Hello, SnapLabs TV. I am Kelsey Neidel. I'm an account director here at SnapLogic, and today we're bringing you a really exciting topic, GenAI. We're going to be breaking it down, what you need to know, how you need to be thinking about it in your enterprise, and we're going to be highlighting a very special guest with you, Dr. Greg Benson. He is our chief scientist here at SnapLogic, and it's going to be a great combo. So let's get started. Dr. Greg Benson, thank you so much for being here with us today. Tell us a little bit more about yourself.
I'm a professor of computer science at the University of San Francisco. I've been there for 26 years. And I'm also chief scientist at SnapLogic. And most recently at SnapLogic, I've been leading our work in generative AI.
It's amazing. And we're even seeing that there are new unlocked capabilities even in the integration space.
Sure.
Which is why you're here at SnapLogic as well, helping to spearhead this R&D for our company. And it's funny because SnapLogic is not new to this, right? As your journey has evolved, we have been investing in next-gen technology like machine learning and these Gen AI capabilities for some time now. And I'd love to hear, Greg, talk us through this evolution, right? How has it evolved at SnapLogic? Because generative integration is here to stay. And how have you seen that evolved in our company?
We developed and became most successful was something that we call the Iris Integration Assistant, which used conventional neural network models at the time to anticipate when you're building out a data pipeline in our product, what you will most likely will need next as you're building it. And that's still in the product today. And that was one of our first applications of machine learning in the product. And ever since then, we've been evolving and adding and doing more machine learning.
So Greg, let's talk about how we are enabling customers to leverage Gen AI within SnapLogic. Can you tell us more about that?
Sure. It's very exciting. And we started this journey in bringing generative AI capabilities just about a year ago. Like many things that we've done, innovations we've done at SnapLogic, I had a small team of graduate students that built the very first versions of incorporating what we call generative AI snaps or Gen AI snaps into the platform. And there's a few things that I want to highlight here. SnapLogic as an integration platform for enterprise applications and data sources provides all sorts of connectivity. And we have snaps that allow us to do different types of data manipulation and data transformations. And so the platform was just well suited for bringing in these new snaps that allows our customers to connect their enterprise data, wherever it comes from, with the generative capabilities of these frontier language models, like from OpenAI and Claude, Bedrock Claude, and Google Gemini. We make it really easy for our customers to create prompts and then inject into those prompts data that then the language model can use to perform some task. One way I like to describe it is the prompt is the program now. Now we're using natural language to describe a process or to describe a task that we want to perform on the data that we give it. And we help our customers easily operationalize that in a low-code way, whereas you don't have to write something like Python code or Java code to achieve it. You can do it in our visual paradigm.
Wonderful, which is helping to accelerate the connectivity of all these Gen AI components that are coming in, like large language models, vector databases. And I love how you mentioned, too, that the alternative is custom coding, which is going to attribute to a lot of the technical debt that many CIOs and CTOs are trying to avoid at this time. So I think that's an incredible way we're helping customers accelerate this is through out-of-the-box connectivity. And I want to move to kind of another topic around setting the enterprise up for Gen AI, and that is data readiness. And MIT actually did a recent study, and they said that 72% of their executives thought that the one impediment to achieving their Gen AI strategies was getting their data ready. Why is data so important to Gen AI?
To get the right results from a language model, you need a couple of ingredients. You need to instruct it, and that's the prompt. That's the instructions that you give it, and you have to give it the right data in an appropriate format. And this is something that I think is really important to highlight, is that, again, a decision we made 12 years ago was to standardize on JSON as our native data type. And this has proven to be a huge payoff because now we have that common data format. All of the enterprise data from any source that we bring it into this JSON form that then makes it really easy to then give that or parts of that to a language model. So SnapLogic already does say some of the heavy lifting of getting your data ready in a format that's going to be usable for these language models.
This has all been great, Greg. What is coming up for GenAI and what can we expect next?
In the world of large language models, the next big thing is something called agentic processing, or agents. And we're building out this capability to support agents in the SnapLogic platform. And what agentic processing means is that everything I've described so far in terms of using language models is, you can think of it as a smart function, if you will. We write a prompt, we give it instructions, we give it data, and we get some useful result from the language model. In agentic processing, now what we're doing is we're handing over some of the control to the language model itself to help plan and carry out a more sophisticated task. We're building this now, and this is really going to elevate the sophistication and the types of automation that you can do in your enterprise.
Wonderful. Greg, thank you so much for being here with us today. Thanks again for joining us on SnapLabs TV. We appreciate your time.
Kelsey, thanks for having me.
Well, that's all the time we have today here at SnapLabs TV. Thank you to our special guest, and thank you to all of you for joining us here today. If you're interested in learning more, head over to snaplogic.com.